Hey guys, today I'm not really gonna be reviewing it's sort of gonna be kind of like a review, but today I'm gonna talk about why the band Simple Plan, as good as they are, they really represent everything that's wrong with the pop punk genre. So um I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them. I love Simple Plan, but like I just feel like they have that not ideal but just stereotypical path that most pop punk bands go down. Like they started off strong with this album. No pads, no helmets, just balls, right? In 2002, which was when a lot of pop punk bands were, or like around that time period, like a lot of them were starting out, and or and some of the older ones were getting more popular. Um, and they released an album after this, um, and a couple more. And like they first of all, this one's very good. Um, it's not the most punky. It's more pop than punk, I'd say. Which again, there was nothing wrong with that. A lot of bands in that genre were doing that at the time. But even in this thing's time, it was more poppy. Um, but what happens with all these bands is they start off strong, and they peak, and then 10, 15 years later they're releasing albums like this, and with like the same kind of like you know like cover style, and they this is always how it goes. They started out with a banger, right? And then they lead into all these other like almost just purely pop songs. Like four of these songs feature someone else. Featuring Jordan Pundik, featuring R City, featuring Nelly, featuring Juliet Sims. Like half of these songs are like just pop. There's no more punk left in it. It's always the first song that's like that's the one that you don't want the whole album to sound like. But this does not sound like the first song. There's a lot of songs on here that just do not aren't shouldn't be in but like by a band of the like in this genre. And even like I was saying, for this time it was more poppy, but like compared to this is like way more what you'd expect from this band. Um, but this cycle of starting off strong and then just slowly transitioning into a more pop sound until you're basically just a pop band with like punk origins is just basically how it always goes. Kind of the same thing with Neck Deep. They started off unlike Simple Plan, they actually started off as punk, and then they kind of just slowly transitioned into more of a pop sound, but it wasn't as bad as it is with Simple Plan. Um, I guess even same thing with Blink 182. They started off um, punk, they just slowly made their way to pop and then things got really kind of once Tom DeLonge left. But it's just how it goes, and I feel like Simple Plan is literally just the archetypical representation of how that cycle goes. And both of these albums are great, but it's just kind of sad to see like a band should stay in. I'm not saying their like style should ever change, but they should stick with what they are. You know what I mean? Simple Plan did not. They're like half these songs feature someone else that is like completely out of the genre, and I like them and all, but like I don't know. It's just kind of sad to see how most of these bands are. They people are always like, oh, well, pop punk is dead, and then you have the few that are like, no, it's not, but it really is because of this of this cycle. So unless you have people sticking to what they start with, then it's really just destined for its own failure. But that's that. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of bands have, you know, stuck with what they started with, um, and they, you know, still are doing good. So, I mean, it's not like, I mean, I'm not against a change in style, but I think if you're gonna go so far as to just pretty much leave your genre, I don't really think that's good. Um, but yeah, that's just my opinion. Yours could be different. But yeah, that's really all I got. So I'll see you guys in the next one.